sitting on a spot that I've come to many times over the years I've been in Wellington. And as you can see behind me here, it's pretty overgrown. This is all fennel around me, fennel trees almost. And it used to be just flat grass, and now it's just overgrown because no one's done any work up here for a long time in regards to cutting it down and making it flat. But the view that way is towards the South Pacific Ocean, the Tasman Sea over that way, which is the same thing, but they distinguish it as being two different bodies of water. Over here's the Cook Strait, and the South Island is just over that way too. I love coming up here because it makes me feel like it gives me perspective on my life and the life that I've lived. And I am often really hard on myself in regards to where I've gone to and where I'm going, and my lack of understanding or decision around where I'm going to. And not that there's a fear of the unknown, but there's definitely a sense of, on some level, that when I'm not really in a place of deep grounding and centering and alignment, I do feel still a bit shaky, and that is due to the nature of my traumatic experiences as a child, growing up in a house that was ruled by an alcoholic father who was violent physically and verbally towards me and my members of my family who lived in that house. And there was definitely an instability in that environment. And being in that environment for me still has to me now, even though I'm not having that experience now, the deeper underlying issue of the trauma still is with me on some level. And the belief around that instability, even though I've done the shadow work to come into a place where to understand that nature of that experience has formed in me the sense of not feeling completely 110% safe in the unknown. When I am traveling on the road, and I have this feeling of like freedom that I have when I'm traveling, that seems for me to vanish into my life past. And when I am traveling, I feel the most freest I've ever been in my life. But there's this dichotomy and this paradox that when I'm about to go somewhere or to do something, or when I'm still where I am right now, for example, sitting on this park bench, on this hilltop, I'm thinking about where I want to go with my life and where I want to be. And being here at the same time and projecting myself forward into that timeline, or timelines in regards to being plural, I still feel this sense of like, I need to put my hand over my heart and reset and say, I have all that I want. I am safe. Because on some level, deeply inside me, my inner child still has this degree of feeling unsafe. Even though I've done all the shadow work that I'm doing, and I'm still doing it, and I've changed my belief patterns in many ways, and I feel confident about where I'm going, and I know that I can handle myself wherever I go in the world. There's still this degree in me of like, where do I go to? Where do I go to? Where do I go to? This lack of indecision for me stifles me and holds me back on some level. I know that in March of this year, 2023, I'm in my van traveling somewhere domestically in my own country for a whole month. I'm really excited about that. But the international travel for me now has been jeepers. I haven't been overseas since 2018. The international travel for me at the moment feels like, I don't know. I know I want to go overseas again and travel again. I know I want to live overseas again and travel again. But there's been no real strong indication of where to go to. There's been inklings of going somewhere and doing something, but there's been something that's been holding me here in Wellington for the last 2.5 years, apart from COVID, and the fact that I haven't had a medical procedure that would allow me to go to certain parts of the world in the last year until everything opened up, which pretty much most countries opened up in the end of last year. So I wanted to be here for the summer and enjoy the summer and make the most of my opportunity to be here in the summertime, but there's a part of me that's unsure about where I want to go to and what I want to experience and where I'm being called to go to. And in that place, I've turned to a part of my understanding of the nature of where the planetary consciousness speaks to me. I'm in the ocean, swimming in the ocean every day and feeling into that energy and going like, great mother, the planetary consciousness, guide me and protect me, hold me and heal my body, mind and spirit. Talk to me and tell me, and let thy will be my will, and move through me and guide me, show me where to go, bring the people into my life I need in my life to help me to evolve, and the experiences in my life that will help me to evolve to become the best man I can possibly be, and let thy will, Great Earth Mother, be my will, to surrender to that feeling and trust in it. And then be as patient as possible, because in this day and age, I do see and feel as though there is a degree of, especially in society today, in our culture, of instant gratification. Instant gratification. Some of my friends and people that I hang out with have this ability to plan their lives, and all I want to do is stop and be present as much as possible and move from that place of presence, moving forward, and trust, because I feel not only safe in that place of presence, I feel anchored and grounded and aligned in that place of presence, but there's still a part of me as I see myself not comparing myself to other people, but seeing them plan out their lives 2 to 5 years ahead. Where do you want to be in 5 years? Where do I want to be in 5 years? If people asked you that question 3 years ago, or 2 years ago, or 4 years ago, where do you want to be in 5 years? Then boom, in comes the control system, shuts the entire world down. You know what I mean? For me, it really comes down to this. I'm with Eckhart Tolle on this and many, many spiritual teachers. There is only the moment, and the idea of planning ahead for me, not for anyone else, but for me, is ludicrous. I can't do that. I can only live in the moment and be in the moment. I feel safer in the moment. I feel truly grounded in the moment and aligned in the moment. But I get caught up in the wheels, spinning wheels of projection. For me, where to be, what to do, what the idea is of my life. All the conditioning that I've had from my peers and the people around me in my environment make me feel sometimes uneasy about where I'm going to and how I'm living my life. And I forget that I need to be grateful for all the experiences I've had in my life that make me the man I am today. And all the experiences I've had in my life that make me the man I am today are wonderful. Even the ones that I look back at now maybe and say with a tinge of sadness that they were formative, shall we say. I don't give them any emotional content. They were formative in making me the man I am today. Because negative and positive are just labels we put on upon experiences that are just neutral in my perception anyway. I can't speak for anyone else. There's a storm coming, a big cyclonic storm coming to hit the top of the North Island of Te Moana Nui a Kiwa. Te Ika a Maui, the island that I'm on right now. I'm at the bottom of the island in Wellington. It's heading up north right now. It's raining up there quite heavily from what I hear. And the wind and the rain, the cyclonic storm, is supposed to come in on Monday night, Tuesday morning, and cause havoc around the Auckland region, the Coromandel region, and Northland region. And down here, we're supposed to get a lot of rain, probably over one whole 24-hour period, which could cause flooding. Maybe, just maybe, that energy which is being pushed ahead of that storm, I'm feeling it. Because I feel all churned up inside. And in that churning, the energy that I feel right now, I've done my best to utilize it in a way that I possibly can, in a positive way today, making content, doing my life admin work, calisthenics. Gone for a big walk today, and here I am again on another walk. Using the energy that's coming through me the best possible way I can, in a positive sense. Focusing on where I am at right now, and acknowledging the fact that For me, in order to move forward, I need to be present and feel safe. Thanks for watching. I truly appreciate it. There's a plane coming, so I stop the video right here. I'm right next to the airport. Just over my head here. Mā te wā. I'll see you again soon. Here's that plane.